Melania Trump's estimated net worth of $50 million is nothing to sneeze at. A small-town girl from Slovenia became a household name by moving from the backstage of a fashion show to the White House. But here's the real question everyone wants to know. How did Melania become one of the wealthiest first ladies to ever live in the White House? Was it because of her talent and business skills? Or did marrying Donald Trump do the trick? Let's find out in the trillionaire life of Melania Trump. Early life and education. Melania Trump, née Melania Knafs, was born on April 26, 1970, in the small industrial town of Sevnica, Slovenia, then part of Yugoslavia. Growing up in a communist country was anything but glamorous. The closest thing to luxury was owning a few stylish pieces of clothing. But even those her mother, Amalia, who worked in a children's clothing factory, had made herself. Melania's early life was surprisingly normal, considering she would later reside in gold-plated skyscrapers. She lived in a modest apartment building, think Cold War chic, complete with concrete facades and basic furnishings. Her father, Victor, had car and motorcycle dealerships, so he was often seen cruising around town in one of the few luxury cars there, a Mercedes-Benz, a rare sight in those times, which probably made little Melania the envy of her classmates. Unlike many future first ladies, Melania's first fashion show was watching her mother design dresses in their living room, rather than rubbing elbows with the fashion elite. Melania was a good student, quiet and focused, and she went to the Secondary School of Design and Photography in Ljubljana, where she was definitely known for her beauty and her introverted nature. After high school, she spent some time at the University of Ljubljana studying design and architecture, but the academic life didn't quite suit her, and she left after the first year to pursue modeling, a move that most likely disappointed the architecture world, but certainly got her noticed by fashion agencies. At 16, Melania began modeling locally. By the time she was 18, she had signed with an agency in Milan. Her early days as a model were filled with sparkling photo shoots and less glamorous moments of living out of a suitcase in tiny apartments shared with other aspiring models. But Melania persisted, and in 1996, she made the move to New York City with little English, a determined attitude, and a suitcase full of stylish hopes. It was here that she began her transformation from a small-town girl into a woman who would one day live in some of the world's most luxurious residences. Luxury lifestyle. Melania Trump's luxury lifestyle is a far cry from her humble beginnings in Slovenia. As the wife of billionaire Donald Trump, Melania is now surrounded by opulence and extravagance at every turn. Her wardrobe alone is a testament to her lavish lifestyle, featuring designer pieces from brands like Dolce & Gabbana, Valentino, and Christian Dior. One memorable outfit included a Dolce & Gabbana jacket that she wore on a state visit to Sicily, which reportedly cost $51,000, a price tag that's nearly the average American's yearly income. Her jewelry collection is equally impressive, with one standout piece being her original 15-carat diamond engagement ring, valued at a whopping $1.5 million. But when the couple celebrated their 10th anniversary, Donald upgraded it to a 25-carat emerald-cut diamond ring worth around $3 million. Nothing says "I love you" quite like an upgrade that weighs as much as a small pebble. Beauty is another key component of Melania's lifestyle. She's rumored to indulge in luxury skincare treatments, like caviar facials that can cost thousands of dollars per session, ensuring her skin remains flawless. Her hair, often styled in glossy waves, is maintained with top-tier products and high-end salon visits that could make anyone's hair envy list. Even her home life is wrapped in luxury. Melania was heavily involved in decorating the couple's 3-story penthouse at Trump Tower, which is infamous for its over-the-top aesthetic. Inspired by Louis XIV, the space is a blend of marble floors, crystal chandeliers, and enough 24-karat gold to make even a pharaoh blush. It's not just a home, it's a palace in the sky, where gold-plated accents are a necessity rather than an indulgence. From fashion to interiors, Melania's life is all about living large, and with a touch of gold wherever possible. Travel. Traveling in style is basically Melania Trump's thing. As a former First Lady, traveling for her was not just about getting from A to B, it was more about making a statement. She was mostly spotted flying on Air Force One, with its iconic blue and white jumbo jet that's more of a flying palace than a plane, during her years in the White House. But long before she became a political figure, Melania was into traveling with luxury and comfort. Things really took off, literally, when Melania started flying on Air Force One. Reports said that, before moving into the White House in June 2017, she took 21 flights on Air Force jets in just 3 months. Those flights racked up a cool $675,000 plus. People couldn't help but take notice, and pretty soon, rumors were flying too. During her first year as First Lady, it was said that she had traveled more often using the presidential jet than Michelle Obama did in an entire year. Since Melania wasn't exactly the darling of the media, owing to her husband's controversies, these travel statistics gave way to some serious backlash. Other people went on to compare her with Michelle, hinting that Mrs. Obama was a better First Lady. And let's not forget, Melania's frequent flyer status didn't help with the comparisons. Apart from Air Force One, there is a taste for the First Lady to ride in other private jets, specifically when it comes to a round of more personal trips. One such plane she has been noted to use is the $15.86 million Boeing 757, which she charter flights in from United Airlines. This happens to be her go-to ride for tiny events, fancy fundraisers, and humanitarian campaigns. Wherever she shows up, waves, and then smiles, leaving a stylish footprint all over the globe. Not all official business for Melania, however. She does love a good vacation, only with a little more bling. Whether she's tag-along on one of Donald's business trips or lighting out for some private downtime, Melania sticks to the comfort and privacy of a private jet. She has a taste for quiet luxury. She passes on the flashy things and goes for stuff that's rather unobtrusive, yet incredibly pricey nonetheless. From glamorous French Riviera getaways to relaxing Caribbean beaches, she has been seen jetting off to some of the most exclusive locations worldwide. When she travels to Europe, Paris is normally at the top of the list. Melania likes to blend a little sightseeing with her official duties, making the most of her time in the City of Lights. One of the trips that will be memorable is when she spent the day with France's First Lady, Brigitte Macron, on a girls' day out, Notre Dame Cathedral, before the tragic fire, and a scenic river cruise down the Seine, taking in views of Parisian landmarks like the Louvre, the Eiffel Tower, and the French version of the Statue of Liberty. She finally joined her husband for an elegant dinner with President Macron and his wife at the Eiffel Tower's ultra-luxe Le Jules Verne restaurant. Dinner at one of the most iconic spots in Paris? Not too shabby. And of course, when it comes to unwinding, Melania's hotspot is Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's gilded club on the sun-kissed island of Palm Beach, Florida. The sprawling estate, sometimes called the Winter White House, is where Melania kicks back with gold-plated everything and chandeliers that look like they belong in a palace. She can spend her days at Mar-a-Lago fine dining, lounging by the pool, and escaping the public eye in total luxury. All of this, of course, unless the FBI shows up with a search warrant. It's that type of place where you can have the perfect mix of relaxation, exclusivity, and occasional headline-grabbing drama. Properties. Melania Trump's homes are as luxurious as you'd expect from someone who likes a bit of sparkle. Her most famous residence is the Trump Tower penthouse in New York City. Sitting at the top of the skyscraper, this three-story palace is valued at around $100 million. It's got everything: gold-plated walls, marble floors, and chandeliers that look like they belong in a royal ballroom. Plus, it has heart-stopping views of Central Park and the Manhattan skyline, perfect to peer down at the city that never sleeps with your morning coffee. Next comes Mar-a-Lago, an estate belonging to the Trump family in Florida. Bought in 1985 for some $10 million, it is now estimated to be worth more than $200 million. A mediator of Mediterranean revival and Spanish architecture, this estate contains 126 rooms, gardens, and a private beach. If New York gets too cold, this is where Melania escapes to. Who wouldn't leave skyscrapers for sunshine and palm trees? There's also the Bedminster estate in New Jersey, which he purchased for about $35 million. In 2002, Trump bought a 506-acre estate called Lamington Farm, where he then built a house, a private golf course, and a country club. This property features one championship golf course because, well, what retreat doesn't? It is a much quieter, more secluded getaway where Melania can go for relaxing walks or observe her husband practicing his putting skills, probably this time without the gold-plated adornment. If you enjoyed this video, you will love to know the equally entertaining trillionaire life of Ivanka, another hugely successful member of the Trump family tree. Click the video on the screen to know more. See you there.